99% of new trees currently are planted manually, manual labor. So and this is one reason why not enough trees are planted. We need more trees for CO2 absorption and more economic, feasible management of forests. And so far, the main reason has been that there has not been a suitable mobility platform which could deliver the planting tools in the right place. So our business model is that we can do that. And our calculations show that we can do it cheaper than with human labor. And that would be a real game changer for forest regeneration, because now we would have every tree like coordinate in virtual twin. And during next 5 years, when we have to cut the brush around our seedlings, then we can do it fully digitalized on the digitalized map, and the same map would be input for further growth models that the forest managers use. And to put this all together, we can say that our robotic systems can do a lot of operations in forestry, in mining, in agriculture at the same level of with economic feasibility and with lower environmental footprint. So we use energy more efficiently because we need to move this small vehicle instead of having a big tractor doing the job, because tractors are standardized, typically they are over-dimensioned for many operations. Yeah. So that's what we are doing on civilian side.
You mentioned cheap or economically more sustainable. Do we have a rough idea of how much a multi-scope would cost? Let's say for the reforestation as a desert boundary for the Sahel region in Africa or something. Let's say those countries are thinking actively about reforestation in order to stop the tide of desert sands towards the cities. How much would one of those multi-scopes cost, roughly?
It's very easy to say. At the same level with average forestry equipment price. So it's nothing. Well, of course, it can't be too cheap, but it's the same. It's at the same level, and the actual economic effect comes from the fact that due to autonomous functions, intelligence functions that we have on our platform, driving the platform and operating the vehicle most of the time, then we can allow one human operator actually operating many vehicles. And that means the main saving for the forest manager comes from the reduced human labor cost. Mm-hmm. And at the same time, the people, we are not taking jobs away. Actually, all, at least in Europe and in Northern America, forest owners say that lack of labor force, lack of people is number one problem for their risk for their sustainability. So modern people don't want so much to go and do this hard work in the forest. So we can replace or introduce new jobs of the robotic fleet operators who would supervise the robots working, and that would be enormously higher added value to these jobs. So and they are mainly in countryside, so people on countryside can get better paid jobs, and the companies can solve the lack of people problem.